Good evening, everybody. I'm just out putting again, and I thought I'd talk about CRF300L RALLY for short people. I'm 5'8", and yeah, I've been riding since, I don't know, 2003 or so. I had a Ruckus 50cc scooter, and I used that every day for a year and a half, 2 years in Seattle, just going from Capitol Hill to the U District as part of my commute. You know, first I would wake up at the crack of dawn and take my 79 Subaru Brat down to the train station in downtown Puyallup from Graham, about 10 miles of driving, and then I would board the first train to Seattle, ride the train for about 45 minutes, get off in downtown Seattle, walk up to Capitol Hill, and I'd get there right as the service manager for the Capitol Hill Volvo dealer was getting to work, and he'd let me in to get my scooter, and I'd cruise across town. And so that was my first bike, and when I stopped working at that job, it just pretty much sat in my garage in Graham because all the speed limits around the house are 50, and the Ruckus would go 37 on flat ground, you know, as long as it wasn't windy. So back to this bike for short riders. Let's see what we got here. Oh, they blocked off the entrance again. Holy cow. Trying to keep people out of there. Yeah, well, some of these spots we have to mess around, I could get by that, but you know, if they're trying this desperately to keep people out, maybe I shouldn't go in there. Then I bought the TW200, and I rode the Ruckus up and traded it on a TW200, and part of the reason I did was the way it looked. You know, I saw a couple people riding them, his and hers, through downtown one day, and I was like, oh, that's a cool looking bike, what is it, you know? And I just scoured the internet till I figured out what bike I had seen, and I wasn't, you know, really into bikes at the time, you know, as much as I am now. I'd gone dirt biking a couple times with my buddy on a DR200, and he had a DRZ 400, and after you know, the first day riding the DR200, I took the DRZ out, and I knew that thing was too much bike for me at the time, and I was kind of afraid of the power of it, being a new rider, and afraid of myself on it, because so easy to just turn the throttle and go 70. So I got the T-Dub, low seat height, you know, lowest ever, I don't know what it is, 31.7. It's easy to touch the ground with both feet, and confidence inspiring for a new rider. But how's this thing stack up? I'll stop here in the shade somewhere so that we don't have the sun in our eyes, and I'll just kind of show you what happens, you know what I mean, with the suspension bounciness of it, you know, just the lack of spring and damping. The thing basically, you know, they call it 35.7 inches, but I've got my foot flat on the ground, and, you know, the kickstand's down on the other side, and, you know, I'm perfectly happy. If I get off, whoop, the thing hops way up, but as soon as you take the weight off of it, it falls down 2 or 3 inches under its own weight there, the static sag. And then you put a little bit more weight on it, boop, and it's down to real low. So, you know, sometimes I got to do a little bit of a kung fu kick to get over it, depending on how it's sitting and if I'm getting on from the uphill side or the downhill side. And but I think, you know, once you're on a bike, this seat height doesn't matter, and once you're moving especially, it doesn't matter. And there's some tricks you can do to make it less you know, easier on yourself, like I was just doing there. I mean, I just do it naturally, is when you put your foot down, you kind of slide to the edge of the seat, and then your leg can go straight down instead of having to go off at an angle. which is good. You know, you scoot over to the edge, you got your foot flat. If I sit right in the middle of the seat, then I'm kind of tiptoe. I can get the balls down on both sides. But as far as a 35 or 36 inch seat height bike, it does not feel like some of the other bikes that are real tall that you know, maybe you've looked at or stood next to and been like, there's no way I can ride this thing. And for me, that was always the XR650L. You know, I'd stand next to that thing and be like, who can ride this? Who's got 39 inches of leg? Who's got 39 inch long legs that can ride this thing? The other one too sometimes is the GS Adventure, especially, you know, they have the adjustable height seat, and I sat on one of those that was maybe it was resprung or something, but that thing was tall. Anyway, it turned into a bit more of a rant than you know, more of a history lesson on my bikes and stuff than I had planned. But you know, I think it's a pretty good bike for a short guy, especially if you're a heavy short guy. I'm you know, 5'8" if I'm lucky, and 225 when I wake up in the morning, have breakfast and lunch and put my coat on, and I might be 240, you know. So that's where I'm at. I think it's a good bike, and I see a little obstacle we'll hit for our going away shot here. Little gravel hill. Whoop. That was too easy. Here's another one. Whoop. Oh, here's another one. That was fun. Anyway, we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Primitive Road. No warning signs. On out.